You know, it's absolutely crazy how the world is set up. It's all set up and designed for you to be miserable, for you to be trapped, for you to always feel under pressure. You know, there's always something that we have to go through in this world. There's economic problems, there's mental issues we have to face, and there's a whole slew of other problems that we just have to encounter and just have to deal with. And it can get old quick, you know, just dealing with the constant drama and the constant stress. I still can't believe that my life is the way it is now, losing all my family members. Like, I just don't believe it because, like, these are people that I seen every single day. These were people that, were always around. When I lost my grandmother, my whole world came down. Then I lost my uncle, my cousin Grecian, my other, like, Uncle Carl, and just a whole slew of people and a slew of things. And it's absolutely brutal when you really think about it. We live in a cold society where no one's going to care about your problems, especially as a man, And then finally, I get kicked out of one place, and I go to my mom's and I'm over there just trying to build my life up, I started my YouTube channel, I think at my aunt's apartment, and she just passed away, and I'm still just horrible. I feel horrible about that, it's just, it really sucks because it's like, it just puts so much pressure, on me, my mom, family, whatever, and it's just, damn. And finally get to my mom's, have some sense of quote unquote stability, but her husband, people seen the video, that I posted. I probably shouldn't have posted that video, but I just wanted to be raw and authentic. People think that I'd be making shit up or whatever. And nah, bro, it's real. I'm out here on the streets pretty much homeless, So that's just what it is. And just roaming the streets, 3 a.m. or whatever, just to have these little night walk talks and keep my brain sane. But yeah, man, my mom's husband, I think he already had something against me. And he was just looking for any reason to get rid of me, and he got it, right? The trolls and people, they sent videos to him and then they pretended to be me. They took my name because some troll found my name online on one of my other YouTube channels because I didn't really care. I had so many YouTube channels with my name on it, and I didn't care because no one cared. No one cared about my YouTube until I started making BP content. Then all of a sudden I become a somebody on the internet. I get internet famous. I get thousands and thousands of subscribers. And my channel blew up quick. I blew up quick. I got monetized quick. I got hundreds of thousands of views, all-time views, and I wasn't expecting any of that. I wasn't expecting random trolls to just hear me talking and then become fascinated by it to the point where they want to know your name and know this and then find every YouTube channel you've ever had and just try to mess with you. Like, I've never had that before. I never had that attention. And it was weird that people would be so fixated on another grown man. Like, why would you be fixated on another grown man like that? It's just odd to me, But it happened. But at my mom's house, at least I had my own little room in my mom's house, a little bathroom in there, and I could just kind of just stay focused, make beats, make music, make my videos, and, but my mom's husband just couldn't just trying to find every little thing to try to mess with me, and he banged on that door that day, and we got into it. That's when I recorded that video, and it's been down here since there. And then I got my YouTube channel taken away. Then I hear that guy in Croatia, Dark Season, found out. And he pretty much orchestrated it, him and somebody else, found my name, and they're on Discord. And just like, why do people do that? It's weird. Like, they messed up my real life, Now I'm getting kicked out the place I'm at now. Don't know where the fuck I'm going to go, And right now I got to find a job. And I've been applying, bro, nonstop for like at least 2 weeks. I've been applying. And it's like these jobs out here just be on some other shit. So I think I'm gonna start a Patreon and maybe even a GoFundMe. You know what I mean? I think Tawana started a GoFundMe a while back, and I think to go um to go out of country or whatever. You know, but I think I'm gonna start a Patreon. If you got like just like $1 or something like that, you guys try to support. Because I ain't really got shit honestly, and I just have a dream, my talent and ambitions, and my voice. And to some people, they feel like that's enough. You know, but I don't know. But anyway, man, this world is just designed to break us. It's designed to just, if you really think about it, if you don't like have your shit together in your 20s, when you get to your 30s, it's going to make that so much more harder, because finding a job and then finding a job that you quote unquote like. Right now, I'm just trying to find anything so I can get on my feet, because, I think I got another month or something here, or even less than that. And that I'm on the streets, for real. I mean, I'm pretty much on it right now, like very toxic situation that I'm in right now, all type of abuse going on, pretty much, even if people want to deny it. But it is what it is. I'm strong. I've been through a lot, lost my whole family, and all I want to do was come on here and just vent and talk about my life and stuff like that. And it was used and turned against me by some random racists online. They are racist because they were saying N-word this, N-word that, and they kept going at it, in their Discord. Then they hide the live stream, But anyway, we got to be strong regardless, because at the end of the day, man, all you're going to have in this world is pretty much yourself. I'm going to keep on making my beats, and the reason why my beats, somebody said about my drums, like, hey, your drums don't sound like they're hitting. And I just say this, the reason why my drums don't hit is because the computer I'm using is old and the sound card is kind of messed up. And I think a while back I spilled like some Starbucks coffee on it or something like that. A while back, like almost 2 years ago, before I even had my BP channel. And so you can't really, that's why I focus more on melodies, because melody is like my quote unquote specialty. So I think I'm gonna start in the Fiverr too. So once I get that set up, I'll let you guys know. Even though I know the haters and the trolls, I don't want them knowing it. I want certain people who watch my videos and the family and all that. And it's just like, this is privacy. My privacy's been invaded, because I know they watch every video I do, because you can tell they watch a video, then they do something to you in real life. It's crazy. I'm just out here venting, not trying to go to prison, And these 9-to-5s, man, they're good enough for you to, maybe rent your apartment and do that. And that's my ultimate goal. But I want something that nourishes my soul. I love music. Music is my passion. Music gives me an ecstasy of an emotion that you can't get nowhere else. It's one of those things where you're talented, but you're stuck. All you need is just one person to hear your talent, or one person to give you that chance. And then you'll finally have what you always dreamed of and what you wanted. Then you got to deal with like the lack of having real type of love in your life. Everybody needs that good female in their life, that ride or die chick, not just any whore. Somebody's going to be there with you through thick and thin. But a lot of us we're trapped in all type of mental deformities. And you got to be really strong to be in my position. People tell me, like, how the hell you still making videos, making beats, rapping, doing all that shit, and you're in this position? Most people would have gave up and quit. They would have got offline and hid. If that one guy in Croatia would have got doxxed like I did, he would have been slit his wrist, right? But I'm stronger than that, man. And I know that if I can get through this and still focus on musical productions or whatever I want to focus on, I'm not going to even say what I truly want, because I don't want enemies, spies, and assassins listening. But like I said, if I can start I don't know, maybe a Patreon or something like that, would you guys be interested? because that's what's going to happen more than likely. You know, so like a little Patreon, have like a different tiers, and then do different videos. And if anybody want the bops and the thought videos, they can have those. You know, because on YouTube it's a little too, you know how YouTube is, JTube, whatever you want to call it. It's a little too stringent on their rules and regulations, and that can be a huge problem, especially trying to build a channel from scratch. Like I built that channel from literally 0 subscribers to about 3,000. If I would have kept having the channel, I'd probably been at like 5, maybe 6,000 subscribers. And then like another year, I probably would have been at 10K subscribers at least by like 2027 or something like that. Or maybe even 2026, you know, like the middle of it. But I would have been near 10,000 subscribers, you know, in another year and a half, I believe. And probably would have had millions of all-time views by then. And I was just building something up from nothing, from my pain, from my struggle, from all that shit. And to have it taken from you, have it stolen from you by random people you never met online and who would never see me in real life. And even if they did, they wouldn't say anything, you know? And it's crazy. You know, going from state to state to state, getting kicked out here, and going to this state and going here is just ridiculous, man. You know, I never say what state I'm in ever again. I never reveal personal information like that. I was a little too transparent. They used that all against me, you know. So that's that. But when you really look at this life, it feels like a giant prison, you know. Even the homes all look the same. Like, you remember back in the days, you see like the medieval homes, or like maybe not the medieval homes, but like the castles and shit. Like they had architecture to it. There was structure to it. You know, even in China is going on. Like you see modern day Chinese buildings. I think they call it tofu dreg buildings, where the buildings crumble and fall apart after a couple of years, but you still got the Great Wall of China that's up. It's been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. How is that still up? You know? Brutal. But like modern day society just feels like slavery, you know? Everybody does pretty much the same shit. You know, it's why I kind of wanted to break out of the cycle. And I was talking to my mom, and, you know, she kind of wants to, you know, kind of stop this family cycle of poverty, where it's always top money problems. It's always not having enough. It's part of the reason when I was younger, I wanted to do music so bad, you know, like, and I rapped my ass off when I was younger, you know, and I might as well just go away and say, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. But one of my friends, somebody I was close to at the time, you know, Ashton Matthews, he became a pretty big rapper. You know, I haven't talked to him in years, but I remember I was at his first video shoot, you know, in California by a spot that I used to live at. And he kind of blew up and became a rap star, you know. Met A$AP Rocky, you know A$AP Rocky, you know, is with Rihanna now and all that. And when I seen that at the time, I was like, man, I'm proud of him. But I've never really reached that level, and I never really got there. And it sucks because, man, I could use, you know, a deal, you know. I wish I knew Taz Taylor or Nick Merritt. You know, it's funny, the trolls didn't send my channel to neither of them. None of my raps, none of my videos. So it was malicious. You know, these people, they hate you, but they watch your videos. And it's like, how do you hate somebody but watch their videos? It doesn't make any damn sense, you know, at all. And that's just the way it is in this world, you know. Make sure no cars crossing. But yeah, man, this whole thing is brutal. You know, they have everybody's mind. Like, this world is fighting for you. I was looking at like some Xbox stuff earlier, and I was just looking at some of these whack ass games because they raised Xbox Game Pass, the price up to like $30, which is ridiculous. And like a lot of these useless games and useless entertainment, it's all to distract your mind. But to distract your mind for what? What are they trying? Like, what does the government know that they don't want the regular populace to know? There's something that they know that they're not telling us, you know? And I believe we're spiritual beings. We're beings that deserve to have a good experience. Like life shouldn't be about struggle. And life shouldn't be about always struggling with money. Like we should be able to enjoy this life. We should be able to do our dreams and ambitions. I should be able to do like what I truly believe in and be successful from it without all this bullshit in my way. Being homeless. I'm literally on the motherfucking streets right now because of trolls online. And I'll never get to meet these people. These neckbeards and these people that just wanted to attack somebody just because they were jealous or envious. It's ridiculous. You know, I already didn't have much. And yet these trolls want to keep on attacking, you know? It's ridiculous, man. If only I could meet somebody out here that does music for real. We meet up, we link up, and, you know, be able to actually sell music or sell a beat or something. No, I don't want to talk about certain things because it's like, you know, you don't want people all in your, you know, but at the end of the day, they're going to be on it anyway. I mean, they found my channel, you know. I don't know how, you know, family members found my channel. Like they were searching for it, lurking for it. And it's like, what the fuck? Leave me alone, you know? But they're not. They're going to keep on harassing you and attacking you, you know? And even when you're out there vicinity, they're still going to watch your channel just to see what you're doing. You know, it's just, I don't want that. Like, that's why I'm just like, so this can happen. But when I was rapping, none of these people cared about my channel. They didn't give a fuck, you know? And it's interesting, you know, how you can grow a channel from 0 to thousands of subscribers and have it taken away. And that's why this new channel it's been coming along pretty decent, I guess. Not as fast as the old one. You know, I think we got about 700 subscribers this month. The watch time has been cool. I think we got 900 hours of watch time, which is cool. But it's not like what I had, you know. And it just, YouTube, they just, you know, they take it away so quick and so fast. It's ridiculous, you know. But a lot of these bigger YouTubers, they be doing all type of controversies and things of that nature, and they never get their channels taken down, you know. But then this channel, you know, gets pretty much attacked. I'm just going through, you know, walking in random places and shit, you know. But this stuff gets attacked, you know. All I do is come on here, man, and just try to make videos that are relatable to people, you know, that are going through real things in life. My channel is not to be spied on by people who don't like me. Like, if you don't like me or like what I say, you don't have to come on here and watch these videos. Like, there's certain YouTubers I don't like, and I don't watch their channels and stalk them. It's a weird obsession, but it's not the obsession in the right way. I wish people would be obsessed with my music that I make, you know. The little beats and melodies I make on a broken laptop. Imagine if I had the studio Taz Taylor and them have, you know, how successful I could be. Imagine that. Could you imagine if I had, you know, Taz Taylor's resources and his connections, how far I would be instead of in this position? Guaranteed it wouldn't be here, you know. All I need is one chance. That's it. Just one. And I know my whole life would change for the better. That's why I'm never going to stop. No matter homeless or not, broke or not, fucked up or not in the head, people around you hate you, people online despise you, whatever. Still got to be strong and maintain. And try not to go insane in the brain. So yeah, man. It's brutal. But I got to keep on soldiering on like the men of Stalingrad. The Battle of Leningrad, the Battle of the Grain Elevator, the Riaz Meat Grinder, you know. I really wish that I had connections for real. One shot would probably change everything. As Kanye West said in that one song, he said, it's funny how money can change everything, you know. Absolutely right. And it's funny how if you're in a position of economic destabilization, you're screwed. Well, my mind's been clear. I don't really smoke weed anymore. Got to get my mind right. After I record this video, it's right back to applications. I like waiting at nighttime. I do applications during the day, but at nighttime, it's pretty, it's more, I can really focus, But hope you guys have a good day, nighttime, whatever you watch this video. And I hope to make this video in case in the future I do get successful or get what I want, that this would be a little time capsule. I can go back, and look at it like, damn, really been through some bull crap, survived it, So yeah, man, take care. Peace.